Hello, I'm Jonathan from PTFS Europe, and what's on my mind this week is exporting data out of Koha into limited format, and in particular MARC data. Now, you've always been able to do this via the Koha reporting module, but there's a nice feature under the Tools menu, which allows you to easily set this up and give an export option through both the online catalog and through the staff interface. So it's under the Tools menu, and it's called CSV Profiles. And you can see that we've got some here that are already been set up. Let's just have a look at the template. So there's some required fields: the profile name, the profile type. So interestingly enough, by default, it's assuming that we're going to export MARC data, which is what we're going to set up in just a moment. But you can actually switch this to SQL. And this is context sensitive. You'll see the usage option changes as I change that. So for SQL, there's a very specific use cases where these profiles are used. So late serials claims, the late orders, basket export and acquisitions, and the lost items report. So for each of those scenarios, you can actually configure the fields that you want to export, and you do that by using the field names, the database field names. And there's a nice little example of that actually in the manual here, of using the profile SQL fields title, biblio.title, biblio.author, biblio.copyright date, and that's specifically for the basket export in acquisitions. So that gives you an indication of the format that's required there. But for now, let's go back to the MARC export, and that's only used for exporting records, either through the OPAC or the staff interface. You can specify a delimiter. That's important for depending on the application you're using, so Excel or so on, but also field separators and subfield separators. So you can see that we're actually defining here the pipe symbol, the vertical bar, as the subfield separator. We can define the export encoding of the MARC data, and we can specify whether it's available in the staff interface only or both the staff interface and the online catalog. Now, this important field here, the required field, the MARC field. So this is where you actually specify the fields that you're going to export, and they give you a nice little example again here. So you've got a field header, a field MARC field that you're going to export, and here you can see you've also got a subfield as well. So let's just go back and have a look at one that was being set up earlier. Let's just edit this one. I can expand that a little bit. So you can see for this one, we're exporting as MARC, and you can see we're exporting the ISBN, the ISSN, the class number, the author, the title, the publication year, the physical description. So it's fairly complete. You also see that it's possible to export some of the item level data as well, which is stored in the 952 MARC tag. Now, if you don't know what all these meanings of the subfields are on the 952 field, there's a nice little wiki page on the Koha community wiki, which details each of the subfields of the 952. So hopefully these will look very familiar to you from the item fields that we have in the catalog record. So you can see there's the 952 $P is the barcode. So that makes it nice and easy to identify those. So once we've created that, this one is for both the staff and the online catalog. So if we just perhaps go over here and do a search, and we'll select a couple of records and just add it to our cart. And in our cart, you can see that here is the download option, the full bib option that I created. And we'll just download that, have a look at it in just a minute. But in the meantime, let's just go back here and do the same search in the catalog. In the staff catalog. Again, we'll just select a couple, add it to my cart. And again, we've got that download option to download the full bib. So let's just have a quick look at what this looks like. So here's the file I downloaded. And if we just open it in Excel, you can see the delimited data. There's the ISBN. So here are the label headings that we specified. And here's the item information as well. And you can see that you've got this pipe symbol, the vertical bar, which is delimiting the subfields of the data as well. So that can also be useful if you need to be a bit more granular about the information that you're looking to get. So it's a great, useful little tool for exporting data in this way. And hopefully you find that useful, and we'll see you next time.